Yep, there's the Cadillac, right where I left it. Well, happy Saturday morning. It's gonna be a lot of buttoning up stuff today, I think. So first thing I'm gonna do is finish putting the cooler lines and the dipstick back in, hooking up the shifter for the transmission, and I'll start with all the plumbing for all of these vacuum lines, hook up the carb, install the spacer, and start putting all of this back in, this and this back onto here. And I think this is, one of these is new. This looks like new. Both of these are probably going to end up in the trash now. Or actually, no, that's an old one too. Those two go in the trash. This one stays. Blah blah blah. Let's get to it. Okay, here's where we're at. Which is, got the hoses radiused, got the dipstick back in. Refitted the nice oil filler neck because I like that one much better, and it actually just has enough clearance off this guy. Got the accessories and new belts and everything installed, and got the transcooler lines, this guy, some lower rad hoses in as well. Got the alternator all wired up. I don't know if you can see down there, but there is a new starter motor and the exhaust crossover is in as well. Then we discovered that this is a 3-bolt and the exhaust flange itself is a 2-bolt, so we'll try and figure something out with that. What I'm going to do now is start putting on probably the cruise control unit and then get the radiator back in and start reassembling the front forward. Yeah. I'm going to go to town tomorrow and have a look if I can find... Oh, there it goes. Looks like an exhaust fan. Oh yeah. There it goes. It's crazy how this sorts out like toothpaste. Yeah. So suddenly too, not so slow. It was pretty funny how that spot exploded.
Yeah, it wasn't really shooting out. I thought it was done, but I guess it was just clogged up.
So cooling system is back in and it's full, and the HVAC is all wired up and hooked up, and everything is full. The engine's full of brake-in oil, fresh filters. Good news, I managed to actually squeeze the really nice reproduction oil filler back in instead of the ugly one, and the ugly one didn't fit. Like, you could grab that and it would turn. That guy is rock solid. Got to finish doing all of the vacuum lines and then work on the carb a little bit more tomorrow. What else have we got going on here? Yes, this is the drive shaft. So that's just starting to set up. Put fresh unis in it. Smooth as silk. Real good. That's a lot of work. It doesn't look like it, but it's starting to really come together. What our goal is for tomorrow is we're going to get that drive shaft back into it and then do the rebuild on the diff, clean the GoPro like that, do the rebuild on the diff and the rear brakes, and maybe get the rear suspension out and replaced as well. Got the vacuum all done now. Just need to plumb in and wire up the trans controller, and that guy is ready as well. But got the carb in, everything's hooked up, the cruise control, adjusted the TV cable down here, got the throttle cable all lined up, everything's done, got the brakes installed, the booster, blah blah blah. Cleaned up the wiring, added a couple of new ground points over here. Actually, I didn't like how this looked, so I chopped off the factory ones, put on fresh ones, heat shrunk it. ran a ground from that point back to that block there, so that's where the wiper and everything pulls its power. And over here I installed a carb spacer. You can see that down in there. There is a spacer underneath now, so we put the 1/2 inch spacer on. I got the diff out, so this is the center. Got the gear out. Now I need to break off the bearings and try and get the pinion out of the back. But we're stopping for lunch at this junction. Yeah, that's good, I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Just,
Now what? Now we hit it?
I reckon it just pushes out.
No.
Well, how else would it come out? It can't come this way.
I probably have to take the dust cap off, take half the bearing out, and then get it out that way. You still think it would go though? Is it going?
Don't think so. Something went. What's going on here? This is where we got to last night. Just trying to figure this guy out. Gonna look for the old crushed sleeve for that. So that has fresh bearings, fresh bolts, and the new ring on it. That was obviously the new pinion. Oh yes, this is the new ground point we mowed in. And we put in some nice thick negative wires. The original ones now go into the frame there. And blah blah blah. Of course, all of the grounds needed upgrading. But the marks are real nice on the back. Oh, that's where the paint is. But yeah, see the front side ones?
Yeah.
They're looking real clean, and the back side ones, I don't know if you can see them yourself, but I certainly can. And I feel like that's where that needs to be. You talk these to spec, right?
Yeah, they're at 65, 64 or something.
Good enough. I guess we just need to put some axles in and some C-clips, and
yeah,
then throw a diff cover on. Okay.
Oh, I'd say it's 10 tau now.
That's to spec.
Fuck yeah, let's walk away from this right now. It's even bouncing on 9. Fuck, let's go. Let's stop looking.
Here's a clean rag. This thing here.
Yeah, so yeah, wipe that down nice with whatever towel is clean enough.
Is it just you and Steve in here?
And Braden.
No, Braden's with
I'm
us.
here.
Down there too? Oh, it's fucking Braden. Fucking Braden.
And then where's this guy? Oh, and then this is gonna go.
And there.
Doesn't matter which way.
Yeah, the hole has to be lined up so that there's a bolt here.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna go through that hole right here. Okay, so now we'll just watch your fingers. I'm gonna rotate it a bit so it doesn't fall out. And you can just leave it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, after a super eventful evening, we have the rear end done. And let's get this out. Oh yeah. So we got the new unis in, and all the new bearings and the new pinion and the new ring gear. Put a fresh plug into it. Cleaned and painted the housing, everything. New gaskets, new fluid. Awesome. New slave cylinder springs and pads in here. Sorry, shoes, it's a drum. I'm gonna give this a lick of black just to make it pretty. All of the vacuum is done and all of the wiring is done apart from that one switch for the transmission. Got the driveline back in, so driveline is done. Powertrain is pretty close to fully done. Just gonna go ahead and start dropping some Dexy into the transmission. And then I can call this a night or a day. Oh yes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that just wraps it. I'm done.